All right, we are live. What's going on? What's happening? You guys getting back at it, back on these walks, doing what we do best, chopping it up. Let me know how the audio is. Y'all know StreamYard be tripping sometimes. So, no further ado, shout out to my new subscribers, old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. Appreciate y'all. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get right into the topic of the conversation. Women do not like confident men that are attractive. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the days and times that we're living in. I'm going to go ahead and pan around real quick. Where women do not like to see confident, strong, masculine men that are attractive doing what they want to do. Bothers the crap out of them, man. Okay? Now, I know you guys are thinking, why is that? Well, allow me to explain. You're thinking that they should like you because you're working hard to get yourself together. Well, no. Most women that are also attractive are riddled with insecurities. So insecure that they think that everything's a competition. They've lost the meaning of being a companion to a man, and they think it's their job to become the man they like. Then present this projection outwardly and wonder why masculine men, traditional men, don't want them. Well, you act like a man, you move like a man, you compete with men. That's not going to do me any good or you any good in the long run. Well, we don't compete with you. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We see it every day. All these posted trips you're going on, all this spiritual whatever you got going on. It's competition. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've been studying y'all very closely here the past couple of few days to a week or so. While I've been preparing for my vacation. But it seems like maybe you guys post this stuff to have some common ground with the men you find attractive. Maybe that's what you're doing it for, but it's coming across completely wrong. It's coming across completely wrong. You guys smash that like button. And again, me telling you guys smash the like buttons for my soul tribe. I know you haters are not going to do it. Now, let's see. Got my notes right here. Becoming more attractive triggers most women. Absolutely. Body game makes them mad. They feel like they work harder. Now, I want to go in depth on this. I've been hearing a lot on the socials from women that are in the gym and they're whining. They always find a way to cohabitate the areas we're in, and then they start whining. So now it's, oh, men can eat what they want and go to the gym and get in shape. And I gotta count my carbs and I gotta make sure I'm not eating too much of this and that. My thyroid. We don't. You see what I'm saying? We didn't ask these stinking ass chicks to go to the gym. We just said make sure they're in shape. Now they're whining about how we get in shape quicker, how we can kind of eat what we want. We are a man. We need more food so that we can operate. The fact that y'all think that or want to eat the amounts of food that we eat lets us know what kind of female you are. You shouldn't be wanting to eat that amount of food. Let's be real. Come on. You guys smash that like button. I'm on a roll. Now, I don't know what it is with these women. They keep looking at us, and you guys keep thinking they find you attractive. No, that's not how a woman that finds you attractive looks at you. She shouldn't look at you and be like, oh, he can just cut his carbs like a day and he'll have a six pack. And a lot of black women are doing it a lot. I'm not trying to single you guys out, but I'm just saying. I'm not going to single you out. But you black chicks are doing it the most. Y'all are doing it the most. It's like y'all looking at black dudes, and I'm telling you what you're doing. You're literally comparing yourselves to black men physically, mentally, and spiritually on a competitive level. And that's why you feel like a loser. It has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Men compete with men. as far as physiques go, because we're men. You should be competing with other women. No, you're competing with men. There are women out here running around, black women more specifically, trying to get six packs. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not gonna date a woman with a six pack. It takes a lot to have a six pack, and it takes even more for a woman to. I'm not gonna deal with that, man. I'm not gonna deal with the vanity that it's gonna come with it. I'm not dealing with that. And when did it become a thing for a woman to want a six pack? They want to replace you and date you at the same time. Now, when they date you, they're going to treat you like the hyena, which is bigger than the male, and they pass males around. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crimson Cure. They pass males around. They dog you out. This is why I keep telling y'all, if they were bigger than us and stronger, we would be enslaved right now. They can't stand us. You got to remember the story of Adam and Eve. You know, Eve was sitting there like, man, this nigga got everything, man. He got a six pack. Shit, man. You know, I ain't got nothing on them. I got some wisdom over here for you. And ever since then, these females think they have some intuition and they got some kind of, they just need something to feel like they got a leg up over us. Hey, what's going on, Kev? Appreciate you being here. Lets me know I'm still on top of my game even when I take days off. You guys smash that like button. You think it to be a lie? Well, that's your opinion and your perspective, man, and you're allowed to have it. It's absolutely none of my business because I never told you that it's Q&A time or I want to hear what you think, but it's whatever. Also, man, they hate when you self-improve. Bro, I'm telling you, man, these women, and again, I mean, you guys are talking about community all the time. So I'm over here bringing up community, the women in your community, and not just generalizing, and you're upset. I don't give a damn what a Becky has to say. I don't give a damn. Becky ran off their men a long time ago. She talks way too much. She got her nose in everybody's business. That's why she got nicknames like Becky and Karen. I don't give a damn what they say. They always got something to say. They don't make no sense. They're the most privileged class of people in this country. Don't let her be part of the LGBT. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it. You know what I mean? I get flagged. You can't talk about that group. Whew. Untouchable. Untouchable. But yeah, when a Becky's running her mouth, who cares? Of course she's talking. She has a mouth. You know what I'm saying? We don't care what white women are talking about. Who cares? And for the white women out there, I'm telling you straight up, we don't care. Black men, we don't care what you're talking about. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You get drunk enough, white girl wasted is a thing. Ain't no other group of people that have that title. So you're only as reliable as the group of friends around you and how much liquor is in your system. Okay? Nah. We're not gonna get into that. So y'all talk all you want, Becky. Come up with all kind of whatever. Understand something before I get back to the subject. Becky, you are a descendant of a slave master. Your words mean shit. And I mean not just like cause your great granddad. No, I'm talking about your great grandmama. They were the worst slave masters. Once they were given a little bit of authority, y'all walking out there grabbing the junk, doing all kind of crazy stuff to my ancestors, man. Don't run your mouth to me, Becky. You're a descendant of a slave master. What are you doing online talking about men? All men, black men ain't done nothing to you. Nothing. You're online running your mouth. You're too scared to say white men because I don't know what reason it is, but your words mean nothing to black men. Nothing. I want you to know that, Becky. Get online and talk all you want to. But I'm a man and aren't you a descendant of a slave master? Don't you have a bunch of land, slave memorabilia still somewhere in the attic or something? What the hell are you talking about? We go get your goofy white ass on somewhere, man. Nobody paying you no attention, grifting. Now back to the black chicks and the other minorities. Look at self-improvement, man. I don't even know why it bothers them so much. You're out here getting in shape. You're doing what needs to be done. See, they talk all this stuff about, guys get old and their junk stop working and they get old and their bones are popping. Man, you're sprinting faster than your 14-year-old alpha generation son. You know what I'm saying? I think the alpha generation is going to be like the millennial generation. I think they're the next millennial generation. I'm calling it now. My son acts just like I did when I was a kid. And not because I'm raising him. I'm talking about the stuff he does, and has been doing all his life. laid back, chill, observer, knows who to listen to, knows who not to, never gets upset in school, never lets anyone knock him out of his frame. Now y'all like, well, you crash out all the time online. I'm a grown ass man. I won't tolerate disrespect from anyone. You know, a grown man raising my son. He's going to high school this year. I'm doing it by myself. You can't tell me nothing. Give a damn what you talking about. You will never disrespect me. And something else, my son kind of does like people, and he's like the leader of his group. Woo, woo, woo. He's giving away his energy like that. That's on him. I never have. I never will. That's what my face looks like it does. I tell my son this stuff. You being a leader of them, they're just kind of like leeching off of your energy in a way. But hey, do what you want to do. You're supposed to have friends, interact with them, but make sure you're paying attention. Have a hidden hater in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But you hear women talking crazy. Oh, men shouldn't be alone. No, that's women. Oh, men are having a hard time making male friends. Who? What? Who's going around looking to make male friends? You keep projecting onto us what women do. 11:11 on the timer. As I said that, Goofy, we don't run around looking for friends. I'm going to get dressed today and hopefully I'll meet a new friend. What's wrong with you? We're grown ass men. We have work to do. Y'all be talking crazy online. New study says that men are having a hard time making friends because we're not trying to. No duh. Give a damn about no dudes? Ain't trying to make no friends. I got my soul tribe on here. Those are my brothers, man. I got my brother Troy, blood brother, and I got my brother Moon, my war brother, I also got a brother named Frith, man. The only dude that took me to the promotion board when I was getting hated on when I was working for the White House. Yeah, believe it or not. I mean, the guys above me, a couple Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, up and decided we don't want to see this guy get promoted for the obvious reasons, my charisma, da da da, So I had to have someone outside of my own company. Frith, shout out to you, brother, if you ever watch. He was like, man, this sergeant's a good guy. He needs to go to the promotion board. So they couldn't stop him, so he had to take me. So Frith is always going to be my brother. Anyway, yeah, I've always been dealing with haters. What are you talking about? Always. 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 If you're not married and you're attractive, oh, man, you're getting hated on. I guess sometimes even if you're married, but definitely if you're not married. Yeah, man, they're mad that a lot of reasons for this is they're mad that they feel like they can't keep up. You're improving on this level and they feel like they can't keep up. And here's a thing. They're not supposed to. Again, they're so competitive. What they've done is let these degrees and stuff convince them that they're in competition. I see it all the time with content creators. Women content creators competing with men. It don't make any sense. They're the opposite gender. What you do is you collaborate with them people. If it's a guy that makes you feel like he's on a level that you want to compete with, that's probably a guy you should collaborate with because it's not about you. It's about what the subscribers want to see. And normally they want to see a couple people that are like-minded on the same level, that think somewhat similar. It's about the subscribers. But y'all don't do that. What you do is you put yourselves in competition with the men and you're going back and forth, tit for tat, trying to go off views. You can't do that, man. You can't. The design of social media right now is to promote women empowerment and women in power. It don't matter what you're talking about. Even if you're talking about men's improvement, you're still a woman. And if you're a man that, excuse me, is traditional, you are now the enemy by default. Your content gets suppressed. Now, if I was on here shouting out some, LGBT, blah, 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 the rest of it, and on here, like, yeah, I get all kind of views, right? But when you're traditional, you're trying to keep things, you get suppressed. Views don't count. That shit don't count, man. You're a woman. It don't count. Y'all don't even have to dress provocatively. You literally can get online and wear a bag or a hoodie, and you still get a ton of views. It's just the way the system is set up. I'm not hating though. I'm like, get your bag or whatever. but don't feel like you're competing with men in your same niche. It's not a competition. It's not. We can't compete with you, right? We can't with those numbers. We have to find a way to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Literally. I mean, you can build your way up, but it's still about that one video for that guy to go viral if he's keeping it real and authentic. Now, if I was pandering to women, I'd be, you know, where I need to be at. But again, women, y'all got to stop. Y'all do that stuff because it makes you feel better. But I want y'all to understand something. A lot of dudes, even guys that are at your level subscriber wise, they have to work way harder, right? It's just like the whining that y'all do as far as the fitness thing goes. Like, oh, you know, there might be some different things that qualify men to get in shape maybe a little bit quicker, and we'll definitely be more chiseled because you're supposed to have more body fat on you than we do. But you know, you got to admit the same thing when it comes to this. You know, we kind of have a disadvantage, and to say that we don't, you're not being, you know what I'm saying, genuine. You know what I mean? You're really not. That's not even a fair statement. You know for a fact that they're suppressing men that are speaking a certain way, and ain't got nothing to do with cussing. All I got to do is be a man, show y'all who I am in real life, which is a man, and not put on a mask, and I'm getting suppressed. But it doesn't matter. I got some ideas. But I'm just telling you, there is no competition. Y'all don't have to keep up. We don't want you trying to keep up. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. You can have a couple friends that push you like that, like, you know, homeboys that like work out a lot or they make content or whatever, and y'all can kind of like, you know, with your friends, you know, like, I'm gonna drop this content, or, you know, competing with them, you know what I'm saying, a little bit if you want to. I don't do that, but if you want to. But we don't want that with women. We don't want a woman that's secretly competing with us, because what you're doing is you're competing where you have the advantage only. You're not trying to compete in every other facet. You're trying to compete where you have the advantage, just where you get more views, because the system is set up for women to succeed right now. They want y'all to take over, you know, not the actual physical labor of maintaining the system we live in, but for you guys to be the face of it, the ones doing all the talking, you know, the ones that are on the social media. That's just the way they got it set up. There's nothing we can do about that. My issue with it, if they're going to do it that way, then you guys should also be the ones maintaining the system. You know what I'm saying? Those huge towers, you know, way up in the sky that guys go and do all these different repairs on, and you know what I mean, these places where men are in place, women should be replacing those as well. Mining, all this crazy stuff that men do, man, you know what I'm saying, y'all should be doing that as well. But we're not going to get into that. Really quickly, I only have one more bullet on here. The last bullet: when you're out here improving to your absolute best, I don't know, I put that we don't care what you think there at the bottom, and you have boundaries and standards, you are enemy number one. You're not supposed to be handsome and think. You're not supposed to be handsome and have standards and boundaries. You're not supposed to be handsome and be completely independent and not need some woman's words of wisdom, right? Like, women want to believe that they're more tapped in than men are, which is ridiculous, because men, for the most part, don't get fooled on a regular basis by a bunch of bum ass women. A bum might catch us every now and again, but y'all get back to back baby daddies. And the term baby daddy implies that it's already a failure, right? So multiple ones mean multiple failures. But these will be the women that'll be online dropping the most wisdom. Does it make any sense? And see, you're man enough to call out the hypocrisy. And because you are, and you're attractive, you're a target. You got to be shut up. You know, it's like you're bringing too much common sense to the forefront. Like, people are listening to people's words, and they're not judging the messenger at all, except when it comes to you. But now, you know what I'm saying, you're reflecting it back on them. The messenger needs to be judged. That whole term, you know, don't shoot the messenger. What are you talking about? What did Leonidas do in 300? Watch your mouth. You'll be held accountable for your words. Watch your mouth. And see, y'all want to be able to say whatever you want to online and not be held accountable by the way you look, by the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. We ain't trying to hear all that stuff, man. So, gentlemen, if you're attractive out here, you don't need this intuition from a woman. The same women that aren't married, the same women that are living in the same place they've been living in for years, the same women that are on government assistance, the same women that have multiple children out of wedlock and multiple baby daddies. And some of these women are dealing with men that are going in and out of prison and jail. And you know that they're gay for the state. Shit, let me get flagged. Whatever, man. Might as well go balls deep. Don't put those two together. I don't want to say that. But you know, these women, man, they're messing with these dudes that get out of jail. And I know a lot of y'all think that it's because of the tough guy. I don't think that's what it is. I think that they know that guys that have been in jail are mentally broken in some type of way, raised by a single mother. They don't have they're that bravado they put on is not real. Women be running that house, man. So like they run towards those men because they have the look, but they're not mentally there to know how to check women without getting violent. And when they get violent, then they're automatically going to be the bad guy. Whereas guys like us, we're going to talk our way out of it. We're going to get away from the person, and we're going to have good reasons as to why we left. Right? They don't like that. They can't play games. They can't just be cheating. They can't just be, oh, well, you know, he's cheating. So no, I'm not cheating. I'm building. Or you're cheating. Oh, then you're gone. Bye bye. Never to be heard from or seen again. That's the way it is. And that's the only reason, a lot of the reason we scare so many because they can't play with us, man. You can't be played with. Your spiritual protections is too high. God gave you the ability to be able to see through all of people's BS. And most women, unfortunately, they're full of BS. It's getting hotter and hotter right here. Look, you guys, I'm going to go shirtless and finish up my walk. And then I'm going to go inside and try to record a little bit of something. I got all my channels, you know, scheduled out. So I'm good to go. I'm just saying, you know, keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to bring it back to this always because this is the wisdom that God gave me. And I've done a lot of, you know, analysis on these women that are being presented to us right now. And I got to tell you, the best thing for you to do is get your passport. Listen, I know, but we're all grown men. And the younger you are, the quicker you can get into different fields that are tech related or whatever, where you can work remotely and you have to get overseas. You young bucks out there, man, bro, your generation of females are cooked. They're worse than mine. They're just saying stuff and they ain't gone through nothing. They love playing mental games. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe your generation has the most witches. There's a lot of witches in each generation, but the witches that do stuff like my generation of witches are just like spiritual chicks that be talking that spiritual mumbo jumbo, blah, 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 blah. And if you're with them, they're going to destroy you. Like, you know, Erykah Badu type stuff, right? Looks good from afar. She's a witch. She don't do nothing to nobody else. But if you get with her, you end up like Andre 3000 and you're playing a flute. You know what I'm saying? But your generation of witches do things like what they believe to be beauty magic, what they believe to be poverty magic. They literally dabble in doing magic against men that bother them because of them being broken from the man that their mother chose to lay with and make their dirty ass. So you'll have this some raggedy, stinking ass chick that's out here practicing witchcraft that you have no idea about, and she's trying to do all these different kind of spells on you, beauty spells, all this weird stuff they be coming up with. And here's the thing, and here's the rub about that: if you don't believe in that crap, dude, it don't do nothing to you but go back to the sender. You know what I'm saying? That's all that it does. But you'll have this stuff going on. So you guys gotta like go overseas or get yourself an older woman because the older women are not practicing witchcraft like they are. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you feel better. You know that your comments don't get posted unless I click on them. So get that like button, dweeb. And gentlemen, I'm gonna get my Patreon back up and going. I'm gonna probably do some reaction videos to some of these witches that I've noticed online. But outside of that, we're definitely going to make some videos about what witchcraft really is, which is really, because I had a lot of chicks do it to me. When they were doing it to me, what do I feel like I was going through, if anything? Brain fog, if anything. Um, when they, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if you got good routines down, it really don't even matter if you got some crazy witches out here doing stuff. And I bring this up because here recently that man took out his wife and himself due to witchcraft, either from his wife and the tarot reader or just from a tarot reader. He went to a tarot reader like a dummy. And when you do that, you definitely open up portals and stuff like that. Because those people, for the most part, unless they're just doing it for fun and woo woo, but if they're really into that stuff, they are damned. They are damned. There's all kind of demonic portals that open up around people that do stuff like that, and they are a vessel for the devil, literally. Like if you've ever watched any tarot online, most of the time those chicks are talking about some guy or some archetype of a guy that's living rent free in their heads for the rest of their life. They can't stop talking. So it's really spiritual psychosis. I watched one recently where a female was talking about, yeah, your magic is working. He stubbed his toe, and I mean, they are taking credit for you tripping over a branch. They're taking credit. They'll take credit for you nicking yourself shaving. I mean, if you this you can't win when people are that far gone, where their psychosis is having them feel like they have power over you, and the power they have is little silly things that don't make any sense. That's not going to stop nobody from doing anything, right? But these are the people that are online. These females are also, they have no man, a lot of time on their hands. And for you guys out there that are making content, these are the same people that are putting spell work, so to say, on you and then staring at you in the screen, hoping that they can see the results of it. They're psychopaths. So there used to be we're all in the real world. So there was a clear distinction between regular people and crazy people, but now everybody's online. So you got to use your discernment to figure out who's crazy, who's not, whatever, whatever. You know what I mean? And a lot of people know how to wear a good mask, and that's where I keep saying, like, being spiritual, it sucks nowadays because these kind of people are in the same like realm as you. Like people consider them, and I'm not even spiritual like that. Like I'm not on none of that kind of stuff, man. Like no spell work, none of that, none of that, none of it. You know what I mean? So you guys be careful out here. Some of y'all want a spiritual chick because you're spiritual. Get your passport, man. You gotta get your passport, dude. It's hard out here. There's really no good women. I mean that respectfully, ladies. But y'all play too many games. Y'all want to go tit for tat. Y'all want a guy to chase you. I'm telling you, I'm not going to. And you still try to see if I'm going to, like, what are you doing? I told you I'm not chasing nobody. You can either come towards me and let me know what you want. If you do any of these signaling things, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to act like I don't know what the hell's going on. I know what you're doing, but I'm not going to entertain it. I don't care. Man, I listen, ladies, I appreciate you. But I had a lady like 20 of my videos the other day and then left like 10 comments on, like, no, just DM me. And you can get mad because I'm not going to DM you. I don't give a damn. And she ain't the first one to do something like that. Because there's a whole thing about, letting a guy know you're interested by liking 3 of his videos. So I guess they feel like they're letting me really know by liking 10 or 12, 25 or something like that in a row. So probably where TikTok thinks that it's spam, you know? I'm not going to DM you. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And I appreciate it. And listen, a lot of y'all are pretty fine. But I have my boundaries and my standards. And I don't understand why y'all can't respect it. Why are you trying to break that boundary and standard? Why are you trying to get me to do something I said I'm not going to do anymore? I'm not approaching you. I'm not going to approach you. I'm not going to approach you. I'm not going to approach you. I'm not going to ask you for shit. I'm not going to ask you for nothing. Nowadays, it's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? Women are retroactively rewriting history. after encounters is obviously the best thing to do is to find a clever way, and men are showing you clever ways that women are coming up with to approach them in. But those days of men approaching you are over. You've made it too toxic, and not only that, once you get the law involved, yeah, you got, what I'm saying, big daddy government involved, with allegations and things of that nature. Y'all should know that you're going to have to approach us. And what I really believe it is just more buck breaking. You're showing your true colors. You never really want men to approach you. You just get off on men that are attractive or whatever, that have money or whatever, are approaching you. You get off on it. That's why you're not, humbling yourselves and doing what you need to do to have a man. It's whatever. We don't care. I'm literally like, even the younger guys, once they work on getting their IT, get a certification, man. Get a low level certification like Security Plus, then get your CCNA, then get your CCIE or CCDA or whatever it's called, or your ISSP or some kind of cloud engineering certification or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Amazon Web Services, I don't know if it's still good. Back when I was working, it was one of the places to be working at. But once you're doing something in tech and you're able to work remotely, even in your 20s, man, you could be moving around the world, having women that look way better than any woman you've ever seen, treating you like a king, man. But you're here in the States with women that are comparably to women internationally, um, average at best. Shout out to the legend, RP. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not and these women are gorgeous here in the States, but there's so many women, y'all. Like, there's like three times. I know they say there's twice as many, but I think right now there's like three times, maybe even four, for a straight man, a, a traditional straight man. I mean, like, not this new versions of whatever, that only like women, ain't even got any dude friends. Man, it's like 4 to 1. It's like 4 to 1. And all this internet stuff, that's because y'all aren't in my presence, man. It's cute and everything on the internet, but when I'm around women, y'all are always stuttering. You're playing with your hair. Man, I just had this black chick riz me up the other day. It's the chick that normally comes out and brings my groceries to me when I pick up my curbside. And she's always got makeup on and stuff. And I mean, she be looking good. And she called me the other day, like I said before, because one of my yogurts weren't in stock. She's like, "Oh, well, your yogurt's not in stock. Was you want?" I was like, I ordered like 20 yogurts, but she called me up for that. And she was like talking all, yeah. And then she goes, "I'll see you when you get here." Oh, I'll see you? Oh, okay. You gonna be there? All right. Cause I mean, you're like, oh, everybody, no, everybody don't, man. I do curbside all the freaking time. You know what I'm saying? I do it. If they call me about anything, it's because multiple items are missing, and they want to know if I want. Otherwise, they can text me too. They can text me, "Hey, this was missing. Do you want to swap?" She called, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll see you when you get here." I'm like, "Oh." I didn't make it in time. You know what I'm saying? I got there late. You know how black people are. And when I got there, the manager was mad. She was like, "Yeah, we don't have your rotisserie chicken, and we're missing like one other thing, so you don't have that." I'm like, "Oh yes, I do." I'm like, "You better either refund me, or you better go on over there and find one." So when they came out, they were mad, right? She came out with the LGB blah 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 employee, and he's the first one to answer the phone. He was like talking about, "Yeah, it's past the window, so you can't. Hey man, go get my food, man. Run me my food." Then he went and got the manager, and she got on the phone until she heard this voice, because she was talking that stuff. I was like, "Nah, y'all need to go run me my food. Y'all need to go in there and check for whatever it is that I ordered." And it doesn't matter if it's after the curbside hours. I was already told that I can call the manager, and the manager would still bring my food out here. So you need to bring my food, run my food. But anyway, long story short, they came out hot. I was smiling in their face because you're not going to do nothing about it. You came out there in twos, which I'd never seen before, and you're just not going to do nothing about it. It's another good thing about being in shape. And I wasn't going to do nothing to that woman who was about my age and that LG dude. You know what I'm saying? But y'all come out there looking tough in the face. Calm down. I was smiling in their face like, you guys all right? Are y'all okay? You know what I mean? And they were just looking mad. And I was like, are y'all, just messing with them. But anyway, y'all, chopping it up, getting used to getting back on here, talking to you guys. It's been a while, missed you. But again, I had to make sure I had my workouts down. I like to do a lot of research, and you know, I like my haters thinking, you know, there's something that it's not right. I like them making up stuff, and then I like popping back up, like ta-da, watch out. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, honestly, I just be doing my thing, but I like doing that too, like, because when you move around and you're not posting, people want to make assumptions and project it because they want that to be the truth. When in all actuality, when I'm not online, I'm way more dangerous, but it's whatever. You guys smash that like button, go ahead and subscribe. Every time the more time I take off and come back, the more myself I'm going to be. The more laid back I'm going to be, the more relaxed I'm going to be. Getting on here and posting a bunch of content was to get my name out there, but you people don't really understand that. And the goal is not to be pumping out content all day, every day. The goal is to be recognized and to have to work less. You know, it goes along the lines of working smarter, not harder. So I'm working on refining my art here and putting out, you know, fewer pieces, but better ones overall. It's about growth. 11-11, as I said that. you know it's true. It's 11-11 on the clock. I'm over here spitting game. Anyway, love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.